The U.S. Postal Service is moving forward now with plans to change operations here in Maine. It is a move that's facing a lot of criticism. Good evening. Thanks for being with us on News Center Maine at 5. I'm Brian Yacono. Amanda Hill is off. The USPS says it wants to modernize the facility in Hampden. That center is the primary hub for mail in eastern and northern Maine. Senator Susan Collins is just one of the many notable people against this proposal. Her office says right now, mail sent from Fort Kent to Wallagrass is processed in Hampden. That's roughly 370 miles round trip. Under this new proposal, that mail would instead be processed in Scarborough, making the trip about 630 miles. The USPS says it is investing up to $12 million in the Hampden facility. It says the plan will help improve mail and package flow through the region. But as News Center Maine's Raya Wooten finds, union workers as well as lawmakers in Augusta and Washington, D.C. disagree.
Elected officials and representatives with the U.S. Postal Service Union tell me that this decision does not prioritize Mainers and that it will only make it harder for people to get adequate service from U.S. Postal Services.
Well, I don't think the mail needs to be any slower than it already is.
The U.S. Postal Service is consolidating mail processing services from the Eastern Maine Processing and Distribution Center in Hampden and moving those processing services to its Scarborough facility. It's not expected to bring immediate layoffs, but it's leaving those tasked with delivering Maine's mail frustrated.
The gut feeling is they're not really listening. They've already got the script written.
Due to the change, when people in northern and eastern Maine send mail, it will be sent from Hampden to Scarborough for processing and then distributed to its final destination. USPS has received pushback from Congressman Jared Golden, Senator Susan Collins, and Secretary of State Shenna Bellows, who believes the change will affect voters who vote by absentee ballot.
It's really astonishing that the U.S. Postal Service leadership is showing such disrespect to the postal workers and local leaders who know our communities best.
Bellows remembers a time when voters could receive their ballots in the mail in one day and send their completed ballots back in the mail to arrive the next.
And that just isn't happening anymore. Now they guarantee it'll be 7 days. Well, if you're only getting the ballot the Thursday before the election, which is when a lot of people ask for their ballots, 7 days is going to make you miss the election.
But if you get to the point where you are 4 or 5 days away from it hitting the polling booth and you don't believe it's going to make it, you may just throw in the towel and not vote.
According to the U.S. Postal Service's recent mail processing facility review, the consolidation could save USPS up to $540,000 annually. For President of American Postal Workers Union for Maine, Scott Adams, USPS is too concerned about saving money and not concerned enough about supplying Mainers with adequate mail service.
We're not in this to make money. The Postal Service is in this to provide a service, and sometimes it will cost. But
Smith says that he's thankful that elected officials have been so hands-on in their attempts to prevent this decision and that he hopes to see it reversed. In Hampden, Raya Wooten, News Center Maine.